University's internship program. In this program, we had a focus to introduce students from historically black colleges to the various engineering hiring departments and bureaus in the city of Los Angeles, and second, to explore the various engineering challenges in the city of Los Angeles with an understanding of the solutions and engineering projects that we implement on an everyday basis in this great city, the second largest city in the country. Finally, we believe that this experience will have given students an opportunity to observe the engineers in the city of Los Angeles and the different cultures that they have come from, while at the same time realizing what kind of cultural diversity they could bring.
I think activities such as this HBCU internship program gives them a sneak peek into coming and seeing what we really do. And I think it was a great program because it wasn't just focused on one department. They got to see what a number of different departments did in regards to engineering.
My department, LA Sanitation Environment, we had the privilege of managing, organizing, and being the project lead for this project. My role is being the program manager and program coordinator and the main contact person.
We had the responsibility of helping to design a grant that was funded for us to implement these engineering programs for college students. In fact, from the Innovation Grant, we have 3 programs that I have identified, 12 each, college students who come to the city of Los Angeles and are introduced to engineers and engineer problem-solving experiences.
My greatest takeaway from this program, I would say, is the strength in diversity, originality, and individuality.
For me, it's kind of hard to pick one topic, but I would say something that stood out to me was like the transportation, construction management part, and also the Port of LA and how much money they actually bring in.
My biggest takeaway from this internship is about recycling and being green, just being more mindful about how much plastic I'm using.
For me, it's confidence, because it's easy to feel marginalized, whether because I'm young, because I'm female, because I'm Black, but meeting people, fellow interns and engineers, I don't feel that I'll be afraid anymore.
We're here to help because we want to see them here at the city of LA. And I think they would be a tremendous addition to the program that the city of LA with the diversity program.
This week, in our ongoing series celebrating the 60th anniversary of the LA Cultural Heritage Commission, we visit the Oliver House. Built in the 1930s, this modernist house boasts an indoor-outdoor sculptural style and highlights the importance of simple design as a way to improve the quality of life.
Welcome today to the Oliver House, which is a 1933 Rudolf Schindler house and one of the most recently designated monuments in the city of Los Angeles. R.M. Schindler was a modernist architect in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s. He's primarily known for modernist houses that really manipulate sculpture space, indoor-outdoor relationships, light and air in all the rooms, and really was the bedrock of the modernist movement in Los Angeles. Freestanding furniture was a component of his residences. They're able to work with the sculptural space, help form the sculpture of the space. In this house particularly, you'll notice that the furniture also creates an alcove for a piano. So piano is part of the living room, but is concealed from it. And it's all part of how Schindler manipulated space in the sculpture.
Well, the reason I applied for the historic status was because it might be important these days for people to think in terms of simple design as a way to improve the quality of life rather than more. It's a very small house. It's 1,275 square feet. I think it's smaller by far than all the other houses that have since been built here, but it's enough. and it's beautiful. And it's a lovely thing to live in it, and it doesn't need all the extravagance that seems to be going on these days. So I think there's an important lesson for our times in, cutting back a little bit and just enjoying nature. It's an indoor-outdoor house. You really feel like you're part of the world around you. You're not shut off in a house. But it's a beautiful thing to just live simply with nature. So I think this house is a good example of how to do it on a very modest level. It's good design.
In this week's feature story, Maria Hallbrown sits down with Martine Singer of Children's Institute to learn about some of the services the organization provides for children and parents across Los Angeles. Known for their work addressing underinvestment and racist policies, Children's Institute strives to interrupt the cycle of poverty. Let's hear this story.
What are some of the things that the Children's Institute is devoted to doing?
So we do a lot of services for children and families. We have an enormous preschool program that includes home visitation. We're throughout South LA. We also do a lot of mental health services. We do services for families to provide resources. A lot of care coordination is really kind of what it boils down to. We work with very vulnerable populations like transition age foster youth who are aging out of the system. We work with a lot of younger children in the foster care system. We work with families that are living in difficult circumstances because of poverty, because of violence in the home, violence in the community. So the core of our service model is to address trauma. We know that trauma can really hurt minds and bodies. So early trauma can cause not only mental health problems, but it also affects the developing body and it can cause lifelong health problems. So intervening early where there's trauma is critically important to changing that trajectory and not repeating generation after generation of trauma and all of the results that come from it.
We can't hesitate to talk about this space that has just recently been opened. What was the necessary elements that had to come into play to make this place, and what is it hoping to do?
Well, we were just talking about all of the things that you need to recover from trauma.
Sure.
And one is hope. And to me, certainly to Frank Gehry, who designed the building, light is hope. He said a beautiful thing at the dedication of the space. He sort of looked up and he said, light is free. And all you need to do is poke some holes and let the light in. Now, of course, not as easy as he makes it sound, but if you look up and you see the space that's really cathedral-like, the light plays such a huge part in the power of this building, and that you don't need to be an architect or understand, engineering to walk in here and feel it. To feel there is hope, there's beauty, but it's very simple, it's not intrusive, and it is a place that's really a sanctuary for the community, for the children and families, and for our staff who come to work here.
Attend the Festival of Philippine Arts and Culture. Learn about home composting and urban gardening with LA Sand specialists, or see Macbeth at the Griffith Park Free Shakespeare Festival. All this up next on Things to Do.
Attention Angelinos, join SoCal's longest-running Filipino-American tradition at Levitt Pavilion, the Festival of Philippine Arts and Culture. Enjoy the cultural diversity of our city on an evening filled with a strong lineup of Filipino and Filipino-American multidisciplinary artists and vendors. Food and merchandise booths, art installations, Filipino storytelling for children, live music performances, and many other things are sure to delight attendees. The Festival of Philippine Arts and Culture is a free event open to everyone, taking place at Levitt Pavilion in MacArthur Park on Saturday, September 3rd at 4 p.m. To register and get more details, search for the Festival of Philippine Arts and Culture event at eventbrite.com. If you'd like to take good care of your garden while being environmentally sustainable, check out the LA Sanitation Home Composting and Urban Gardening Workshop at the Gaffey Nature Center in San Pedro. This free workshop is a chance to learn how to make soil out of kitchen scraps and yard trimmings with the guidance of LA Sand specialists, who will also teach attendees about pollinators, herbs, and drought-tolerant California-friendly plants. Make sure to bring proof of LA City residency to get gardening supplies for a discounted rate. The LA Sand Home Composting and Urban Gardening Workshop takes place at the Gaffey Nature Center in San Pedro on Saturday, September 3rd at 9 a.m. Registration is required. For more information, including additional dates and locations, visit lacitysand.eventbrite.com. Double toil and trouble. Something special is brewing at the Griffith Park Free Shakespeare Festival. Macbeth, Shakespeare's most seductive tragedy, will transport audience members to an eerie world where characters appear from behind trees, magic is happening in the woods, and nothing is quite what it seems. All performances are free, but advanced ticket reservations are required. The performance of Macbeth with the Griffith Park Free Shakespeare Festival will take place at the Old Zoo in Griffith Park every day, Wednesday through Sunday at 7 p.m. Catch it before the production closes on September 4th. For more details, visit iscla.org. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's it for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacitywiew.org, and we're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
morning and welcome to the meeting of your Los Angeles City Council. Today is Friday, August 26th. Mitch O'Farrell here, President Pro Tem of the City Council, and Mr. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Yes, Mr. President. Blumenfield. Bonin. Buscaino. Absent. Cedillo. De Leon. Harris Dawson. Absent. Going back to De Leon. Present. Koretz. Krikorian. Absent. Lee. Martinez. O'Farrell.
Present.
Price. Rahman. Rodriguez. Present, 11 members and a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you. And what is our first order of business?
Approval of the minutes of August 24th, 2022.
Thank you. Councilmember Price moves. Councilmember Rodriguez seconds. Next.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Thank you. Mr. Cedillo moves and Mr. De Leon seconds. Next, please.
Mr. President, items 1 through 26 are items for which public hearings have been held. The Arts, Parks, Health, Education, and Neighborhoods Committee report has been submitted for item 24 and posted to Council File number 22-0080. Items 27 and 28 are items for which public hearings have not been held. 10 votes are required for consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. And those items are now before us. Please open the roll. Nope. It looks like we have no specials. Calling for specials? Oh, Mr. Lee.
I call item number 28 for a separate vote.
Item 28 for a separate vote. Are there any other specials, members? Mr. De Leon.
Good morning. On file item number 26, I'd like to revise the recommendation 16 to allow the general manager of the housing department to amend the contracts listed in recommendations 1, 4, 6, and 7. 1, 4, 6, and 7. I know that this amending motion is being circulated right now among the members, so I want to thank you very much for your second as well to this amendment.
If you'd like, Councilmember, I can read out the change so we have it. It's that in lieu of recommendation 16 in the council report, it should be 16. Instruct the general manager of the Los Angeles Housing Department or the designee to amend the following contracts. The roadmap contract C-137223 would also reflect extension of PRK operations and recommendations 1 and 4, and the HHAP contract C-135650 with LASA to reflect the additional housing navigation services and recommendations 6 and 7. I believe that this is really just a clarification of what was in the original report.
Thank you, Mr. City Attorney. I am the second on this. What else do we have before us? All right. What items do we have? Oh, Ms. Rahman.
Yeah, sorry, I hit this. Could I call item 22 special for comments, please?
Item 22 special for comments. Any other specials, colleagues? Seeing as there are none, what items are before us, Mr. Clerk?
Mr. President, there are cards on items 26 through 28. The council may now vote on items 1 through 21, 23, 24, and 25.
All right, those items are now before us to vote. Please open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
And for the record, the ordinance for item 24 will be held over to Friday, September 2nd. Clarification, that was Friday, September 2nd for second consideration.
Thank you. Ms. Rodriguez, you have?
Go forward forthwith.
Item 5, go forward forthwith. That shall be the order without objection. Mr. Lee?
I'd like to make the request that item number 25 go forthwith.
Item 25, go forthwith without objection. That shall also be the order. And I understand we now can vote on 26 with amendments. Is that accurate?
Yes.
That is correct.
All right. Please open the roll on item 26 with amendments, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
Thank you. Where does that leave us, Mr. Clerk?
Mr. President, that takes us council to public comment.
Thank you so much. And we have cards. So let's read the rules, Mr. City Attorney, on public comment period.
Sure. So members of the public can speak on the items for which the hearing has not been satisfied. That's actually only 27 and 28 today. So you can have a minute each for those items. You also may have, if you wish, a minute for general public comment. You're perfectly free to talk about any of the other items or anything else within the jurisdiction of the city in general public comment. With that, we can begin.
Thank you so much. Our first speaker today will be Arnold Sachs. Mr. Sachs, you filled out cards for items 27 and 28. 26 is already voted on. So you have 1 minute for each of those items and then 1 minute for general public comment.
Sachs. Item 27 refers to an open space plan that the city wants to back a state initiative that would have the county and incorporated cities go over a detailed open space plan. Why is that happening? There is no definition of what open space is. Are you going to go green or not? There's money being allocated to go green. There's deadlines being set like 2035 to do a lot of greening. But there is no plan to go greening. There's more construction than ever. There's more money being wasted. You're legitimizing criminality. How can you legitimize criminality? It's all drug money. LA has been the capital of drug dealing since the early 70s. And that's really the problem. It's all the marijuana. Number 28 refers to the mayor's proclaiming an emergency mandate. Well, if it's an emergency mandate, why doesn't he do something to roll back the prices? Why doesn't he say we are being gouged by high prices? Why doesn't he tell the petroleum companies you need to drop your gas prices by like $3? It's within his parameters, isn't it? Doesn't he have that power? The county raised $5 an hour. The hero pay bullshit.
Let's get back on topic, Mr.
Mr. City Attorney, keep reading and stay out of my way,
okay,
please.
So, Mr. Sachs,
I'm not.
You're not. Stay on topic. You can go to general now.
He's allowed to do that, isn't he? Why don't you stand up instead of shrinking?
Mr. Sachs, stick to your comments.
My public comment is LAWA is spent $1.6 billion. Where do they get the fucking money from? We have homelessness and we have homeless. But in 2016, the county was looking into homeless. Right here. It says, discussion and consideration of necessary actions relating to the county's homeless problem. And there was a crisis. And the most important piece of legislation, the guy took the goddamn money and built the goddamn stadium in Las Vegas. He said he didn't want to pay for his contract that he had with the Department of Health Services. He's fucked everything up. Turns out he's the #1 drug. He's the head of the drug czar in this whole country. We're talking about federal dollars.
Thank you, Mr. Sachs.
Next, we have Candido. Candido, yes. You have cards on items 27, 28. That's 1 minute each, and then 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you, Mr. President. 27 is correct on open space. 28 is about the COVID-19. And, you know, I'm a regular here. And when it states here that who's he? Is that God? Is God the one that made this thing happen? I know it's the mayor. But please, I mean, if they could put the mayor in, it wouldn't take them that much time to do that. But I want to compliment this city council. This council has done a wonderful job. You folks have protected us. A lot of people criticized you, but look at us. We're surviving, we're thriving, and we're doing great. Mr. DeLeon, thank you, sir. Let's talk about number 27, open spaces. I need to know what an open space is. I need to know is all this crime that's taking place by people taking over our street, is that considered an open space, Mr. City Attorney? I want to know that when a kid is killed, run over, and the car comes back and runs over him again, is that on open space, Mr. City Attorney? I know the difference. I know what it is. What I'm trying to tell you is we're sick and tired of all the racing, and we're tired of Ram and Dodge promoting their, they were showing this thing, they were showing this incident that took place about the kid that got run over, and what did the next commercial was Ram showing you how fast you can go in one of their cheap little sports cars. Is that open space, Mr. City Attorney? I need to know. I hope that you can help me with that. Public comment, Mr. City Attorney. May I go to public comment?
Of course.
Sir?
Yes.
All right, start my time. 1 minute. I got 1 minute. Well, it says, okay. First of all, I get a call last night. A woman's hysterical. She's crying, and I'm trying to understand what it is that's upsetting her. And I said, hold on. Let me, please, calm down. Let me hear what you're talking about. What is it? And she's crying because someone reached out to her. And this woman is a female owner of a business who has helped the community for so many years. She was here about a month and a half ago. And Mr. John Lee, I want to thank you and your office for what you did for her. You allowed her, with your help, to extend her help to seniors, at-risk kids, people who don't have places to go, that she takes in and lets them hang out at her place. That's what a city councilman does. He protects his community. He helps his community. And, sir, I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I have 6 seconds. And to the police officers here, I'm sorry that you, again, last week were possibly threatened because of the words of a city councilman. Rather than being careful with his words,
thank you very much.
He was wrong.
Thanks, Candido. Next, we have Dr. John Kraft. Dr. John Kraft, you have 1 minute for each item 27 and 28, and 1 minute for general public comment.
My name's John Kraft. I used to be here years ago when we brought the Arco Towers here. I'm here under the Brown Act to discuss public comments. I didn't know your system where to go. I have less than 30 seconds to give you. One is a discussion on CPI. I wrote the first original 1842 on CPI. CPI is a number of many elements. The part on rentals and the thing is 1.5%, not clothing and everything. So when you raise your rent 5%, you're taking away from clothing, education, everything. The rental part is 1.15. We're issuing to the U.S. Congress a better definition of that for rental control. But I want to bring up something to call us. I live in an apartment, pretty expensive, and I wanted to put in, how you doing? I wanted to put in a new internet and TV, and my landlord has blocked anything but AT&T. It's costing me an extra $291 a month, and everybody else. It's kind of a buried expense. I think the city attorney, along with the attorney general, ought to look in. It's a public utility. You should not be able to block and raise money that's not in your rental agreement.
Thank you. So it sounds like that was your general public comment. Do you want to talk about item 27?
I'm hard of hearing. I can't hear you.
So do you want to talk about item 27 or 20? 27's about...
I'll give you my card. You can talk to me afterwards. I cannot hear a word you're saying.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, so your time is expired then, but the sergeant can pick up your card. So thank you.
No money backwards, and the one thing I'd like to point out to you, 41 seconds? Oh, thank you.
So we need to go on to the next speaker. We need to go on to the next speaker now. Okay, so.
Yeah. Sir, I believe we heard you loud and clear, and thank you for supplying the documents. Next, we have Annabella Hernandez. Annabella Hernandez for general public comment.
intérprete, por favor?
Buenos días. ¿Necesite traducción? Sí, ok. Ok. We are ready. Listo.
Okay. Mi nombre es Anabela Hernández. Soy miembro de ACE. Vivo en el Distrito 9. Estoy aquí para hacer un comentario público.
Hello, my name is Annabella Hernandez, and I'm here to make a public statement. I live in District 9, and I'm a member of ACE.
Desde la aprobación de la ordenanza contra el acoso el año pasado, en agosto, no ha habido ningún esforzamiento en el acoso de parte de dueños. Los dueños siguen acosándonos a nosotros los inquilinos y sigue creciendo el abuso.
So last year, when the ordinance came in 2021 for the harassment ordinance, they were supposed to stop, and the owners continued to harass us.
Yo soy ama de casa, madre de 3 niños. En este momento mis niños están en la escuela, mi bebé de 1 año. Tengo muchas esperanzas de que en el futuro mis hijos que están en la escuela sea un futuro presidente, un futuro doctor, una futura abogada.
I am a homemaker, and I have 3 children. My children are in school right now, except for my 1-year-old, and I have the hope that my children that are in school right now will be a future president, a future doctor, or a future attorney.
Mi testimonio como persona que he sido lastimada y agredida verbalmente diario por la propietaria de la vivienda donde yo rento, es cada día muy difícil mi experiencia de vida.
As a person that has been verbally and mentally injured by the owner of my building, I continue to suffer this every day.
Thank you.
Gracias. Gracias, señora. Our next speaker will be Charles Zhu. And you have 1 minute for general public comment.
Hello, Council. My name is Charles Hsu. I am an organizer with ACE in District 10. And I want to speak today on behalf of one of the many tenants at Chesapeake who are demanding just relocations and couldn't make it today in many cases because those relocations have been so onerous for their livelihoods. This is from a tenant named Ronald Valencia. He says, on July 18th, PEMA, the management company, sent us to a hotel for 3 weeks. When we returned on August 5th, we saw that they had only worked on the bathroom. They had cut a small piece of wall, and that was all they had done. When I looked in my room, all the mold was still there, and my asthma is coming back, so I have to go to the hospital again because I'm sleeping with the mold, and it is affecting me and my family severely. I asked the city to please take Mike Nijar's property away from him so that it stays within the community. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Dagoberto. 1 minute for general public comment, sir.
Buenos días, voy a necesitar intérprete.
Buenos días, traducción, por favor.
Okay. Buenos días, mi nombre es Dagoberto Martínez, soy miembro de ACE del Distrito 8. Estoy aquí porque, a pesar que aprobaron la ordenanza contra el acoso, no se ha hecho nada por eso para que los dueños nos dejen de acosar. Yo estoy pasando por una experiencia muy fuerte, el dueño me está acosando sumamente fuerte.
My name is Dagoberto Martinez, and I'm part of ACE from District 8, and I'm here because even though the ordinance against harassment has been put in place, my landlord keeps harassing me, and I'm going through a very strong experience right now, and I'm being harassed a lot.
Tuve un accidente en enero, enero 24 de este año me operaron de la cabeza de un aneurisma. Le mandé una carta certificada al dueño que quería que encerrara a los perros para que me pudieran tener acceso a llevarme comida y todo, y el dueño no lo quiso hacer.
I was in an accident on January 24th of this year, and I had to have an operation, and I asked the owner to please lock away his dog so that I could have access, and he did not do that.
Tengo programadas 2 cirugías más y el dueño, el acoso ha sido más fuerte aún.
I have 2 more surgeries coming up, and my landlord keeps harassing me even more now.
También debido a todos estos problemas, hace 10 días ya me diagnosticaron con diabetes. Las personas que sean diabéticas cuando comienzan podrán saber cómo es de fuerte, cómo se siente en el cuerpo, debido a todos estos problemas.
Thank you.
And then also, I was also diagnosed 10 days ago with diabetes, and as anybody who has had diabetes before, you know that emotions carry a lot of consequences, especially in the beginning.
Thank you. Next, we have Diana. Diana, 1 minute for general public comment.
Good morning.
Good
I'm
morning.
Diana Dean. I'm an ACE member, and I came here again to talk about what I have mentioned to Nuri Martinez when she was Madam President, about the District 10, that we don't have a representative. Well, we did, but he was indicted, so they gave it to her in West, but he exceeded his terms, so we don't have anybody. Well, we do. We have Heather Hunt, but she's like our babysitter because she's not allowed to vote. And we are having a lot of problem in the Chesapeake apartments because we need relocations, because they have started doing construction, well, Mickey Mouse work at our apartment, but they're not relocating us to a fair place, you know, for close to the schools or anything. And I think they forgot about District 10 because our community is ugly, filthy, dirty, and because there's nobody there. You know, we just have a babysitter, but we have nobody to vote for us or represent us as well. And right now we're desperately being harassed because we're organizing ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. Next, we have Jamie Hall. Jamie Hall. 1 minute for item 27 for Jamie Hall.
Good morning. My name is Jamie Hall. I'm the president of the Laurel Canyon Land Trust and the Laurel Canyon Association and the vice president of the Hillside Federation. I'm speaking in strong support of item number 27. This was actually a bill that we initiated with Henry Stern. It would require every city and county in California to update its open space element by 2026. As you know, we're in a climate crisis right now, and this is going to go a long way toward ensuring that we're able to meet our 30 by 30 conservation goals. The city of Los Angeles has an open space element that was updated 49 years ago. Actually, it's never been updated. That's when it was originally adopted. So I just want to encourage you to vote yes on item number 27. This is not only important for the city of Los Angeles, but for the entire state of California. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have John Camara. John Camara, 1 minute for a general public comment.
Good morning, council members. Finally, communities in Los Angeles will speak up against street racing, street takeovers, and most of all, crime. We've had enough. There has to be zero tolerance. Now it's up to you, council members, to protect the residents of Los Angeles and those who come to visit us from all the craziness. No more excuses. Stop being cowards and do your job. Do what's right and make Los Angeles safe again.
Thank you.
Next, we have Juan Hernandez. Juan Hernandez for general public comment.
¿Necesito intérprete?
Sí.
Muy buenos días. Mi nombre es Juan Carlos Hernández. Vivo en el Distrito 9. Soy miembro de ACE. Estoy aquí para hacer un comentario público. desde la aprobación de la ordenanza contra el acoso el año pasado en agosto, no ha habido ningún enforzamiento y el acoso de parte de los dueños sigue creciendo.
My name is Juan Carlos Hernandez. Good morning to all of you. I'm here with District 9 member of ACE, and I'm here to make a public comment about the ordinance that was set in place against harassment that was placed August 2021. There has been no enforcement of that, and the harassment continues to increase day after day.
Yo soy una persona que he sido discriminada de parte de la dueña de la casa y estoy pasando muchos acosos y abusos verbales y espero de que esto nos ayuden a que esos acosos pues no sigan sucediendo en nuestras vidas como inquilinos.
Thank you.
I'm a person that is renting and is being harassed by the owner of the house, and I'm hoping that the verbal and emotional abuse stops and our lives continue to be free of harassment.
Thank you. Next, we have Maria Briones. Maria Briones. Is Maria Briones in the gallery? Oh, there you are. Thank you. And we have 1 minute for general public comment, Ms. Briones.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Maria Briones. I live on District 8, and I'm a member of ACE. Since last year, the harassment law passed and hasn't been enforced. We're sick and tired of being abused, over-abused, and being harassed by our landlords. I'm 66 years old, and I'm still in a place where I don't want to be, but unfortunately, I've been forced because I cannot pay any more than I could afford. District Attorney, I will direct my words to you. Do your job. It's time for you to start enforcing this law. Enough is enough. There's a lot of people who's living on the street. I don't want to be one of them. Mr. Gil Cedillo, you're supporting somebody else. You should have supported us. If he's not here, I'm sorry. But this is the real truth. We had been harassed continuously. My landlord is also lying, telling that I'm abusing her and I'm trying to kill her and burn the house. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, we have Martha. Martha, for general public comment, 1 minute.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Marta Martínez, necesito traducción. Mi nombre es Marta Martínez, soy miembro de ACE, soy del Distrito 10 y vengo a hacer comentario general.
My name is Marta Martinez, and I'm part of ACE of District 10, and I'm here to make a public commentary.
Vengo a decir algo muy importante sobre nuestra situación de los apartamentos de Chesapeake, del dueño multibillonario Mike Nillar. Todos nosotros estamos sufriendo mucho acoso.
I'm here to say something really important, that I'm here to speak about the apartments in Chesapeake and the multi-million-dollar owner, Mike Nyers, and all of us are suffering great harassment.
El dueño está mandando a los inquilinos a los hoteles, pero no están haciendo ningún reparo en los apartamentos, no los dejan entrar para sacar más ropa, papeles. Hay familias que sus niños entraron a la escuela y ni siquiera los dejan entrar con el pretexto de que vamos a contaminar los apartamentos porque los están arreglando.
The owner is sending tenants to go live in hotels, and we're not even allowed to go inside to get any clothes or any paperwork. Children are starting school, and they're telling us we can't go in and get our stuff with the pretext that we're going to contaminate the apartments that supposedly are being repaired, but there's no construction or repair going on.
Hubo una inspección y yo lo que estoy pidiendo, no les estoy pidiendo a los del Departamento de Vivienda o de Salud que gasten el dinero de sus recursos para hacer buenos reparos. Yo estoy pidiéndole a ellos, a los inspectores que se aseguren que hagan los dueños buenos reparos.
Thank you.
I'm asking the Department of Housing and Health not to spend their money on, or their resources on us, but instead on repairs and to make sure that the owner is making good and safe repairs.
Thank you.
Yo,
Thank you.
Gracias, Marta. Thank you. Thank you. Next, we have Nancy Villanueva. Nancy Villanueva. General public comment. And 1 minute for general public comment.
Buenos días, necesito traducción, pero por favor necesito que el tiempo sea respetado porque no están respetando el tiempo de los comentarios públicos de las personas.
I need public commentary. I also need an interpreter, but if you could please respect the time that we're giving. You guys are not respecting the time that we're given to us.
Por favor.
Please.
Tienen que dar los 2 minutos. Un tiempo es para la persona y otro minuto para la traducción.
You have to give 2 minutes. 1 minute for the public commentary, another minute for the interpretation.
Gracias. Hola, muy buenos días a todos. Mi nombre es Nancy Villanueva, organizadora con ACE.
Good morning. My name is Nancy Villanueva, and I'm an organizer with ACE.
Desde que se aprobó la ley antiacoso, hace 1 año, y no ha funcionado, no sirve de nada. Los acosos continúan en cada uno de sus constituyentes, de todos los concejales.
Ever since the ordinance against harassment was approved last year, the harassment continues with every single one of the constituents in all the different districts.
Tenemos historias de ancianos que son acosados, que les ha traído consecuencias en su salud, historias de niños que está perjudicando las emociones de estos niños.
We have stories of people of the third age that is being harassed and also with severe consequences, and we also have stories of children who are being emotionally injured.
Ahora estamos esperando el informe del Departamento de Vivienda y necesitamos que Nuri Martínez cumpla la promesa de poder añadir enmiendas a nuestra ley para hacerla más fuerte. Si no, no va a servir de nada y no va a parar los acosos.
Thank you. Thank you.
We are waiting for the report from the Department of Housing, and we are asking Nuri Martinez to please continue to fight for us so that we can make amendments so that the ley can be stronger, so that the law could be stronger.
Thank you. The chair recognizes Mr. Krikorian.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just would like to ask that our interpreter explain to the speaker and others who are here that the clock does not run while the interpreter is speaking, so in fact the time is preserved for those who need assistance with translation.
Thank you.
Damas y caballeros, cuando la intérprete está interpretando, de hecho el reloj se para y el tiempo está siendo reservado para ustedes de acuerdo como tiene que ser. Gracias.
Thank you. We really do want to hear everyone's comments and give everyone this equal time on this. That is what we always strive to do. So thank you so much. Next we have Orma Mendez. Orma Mendez. And 1 minute for general public comment.
Good morning. My name is Irma Mendez. I am a member of HIS and the 8th District. I come here to say this morning that I have a lot with my landlord harassing me. She cut the line, she cut the cable. She do so much to me that I cannot explain to you. Not only me, but others. The landlord, they are doing so many bad to them. We need your help like never before. Please stand by our side. What will we do? What can we say? They are taking too much chance of us now. This is time for us to stand up for our right. If we don't stand up for our right, what will be happen? This is the time to you all do something for us, for these people, for me. I am not a young person. I am 75 years of age. And I want to tell you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Victoria Enriquez. Victoria Enriquez will be our final speaker today. Ms. Enriquez, 1 minute for public comment.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Victoria Enríquez. Yo soy miembro de ACE y vivo en el Distrito 9. Necesito intérprete.
Bueno.
¿Yeah? Yo vengo.
Good morning, my name is Victoria Enriquez and I'm part of ACE and I'm from District 9.
Yo vengo a pedirles a todos los concejales que pongan atención en sus comunidades lo que está pasando. Desde el año pasado, en agosto, aprobaron la ley antiacoso, pero no se ha visto nada. Todos los dueños estamos sufriendo acosos en todas las comunidades. Conozco una señora, yo soy vendedora ambulante, que es mi compañera. La señora la está acosando mucho, no la deja entrar al baño, no la deja cocinar, ella le está pagando renta. Inclusivemente vi otra opción de otra persona que las han hasta agredido. Entonces, ¿qué están esperando? Todos esos fiscales que vean a su comunidad, que pongan atención, porque ustedes lo que va a pasar es que va a pasar una tragedia que un dueño va a matar a sus inquilinos y hasta niños.
Okay, un momento.
My name is Victoria Enriquez and I'm here to tell you guys that ever since last year when the anti-harassment ordinance was put in place, nothing has happened. The owners continue to harass us. I am a street vendor and I know a lady who's also a street vendor who's not allowed to use the bathroom, she's not allowed to cook, and she pays the rent. So I'm asking you guys to please pay attention to your communities. What do you think is going to happen? Are you waiting for something horrible to happen, like to have one of these landlords kill one of the tenants or a child to suffer a tragedy?
Thank you. Gracias.
Gracias. Thank you. All right, that concludes public comment for today. Thank you, everyone, for coming in and providing public comment to our council chambers today. We appreciate that. Mr. Clerk, I believe that brings us to the ability to vote on various items. I believe we have item 24 as a reconsideration. We now have 12 members present. So if that is accurate, we will open the rolls on reconsidering item 24. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
We will now vote on the reconsideration of item 24. Open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
And I understand there is a request to send this item forthwith. And Mr. Lee also requests item 21 to be sent forthwith. So items 27 and 24 to be sent forthwith. Without objection, that shall be the order. Ms. Clerk, I believe we're ready now to vote on item 27. That being the case, please open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
Let's now go to item 28, requested by Mr. Lee for a separate vote. Item 28 will now go to the vote. Open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
10 ayes, 1 no.
Thank you. And this brings item 22 called special by Ms. Rahman.
Okay, thank you so much for allowing me a moment to speak on this item. This is for an affordable housing overlay zone, which talks about basically incentive programs for 100% affordable housing projects, particularly in high-resource neighborhoods in LA. I want to commend council members. I listened to the discussion on this issue in the Plum Committee, and I was really excited to hear how much support there was to promoting the more equitable development of housing across the entire city and redressing the pattern of over-concentrating affordable housing projects in just a handful of districts. We need affordable housing across the entire city, and every district should do its part, and every neighborhood should be doing its part to build as much as possible. Only 14% of affordable housing units permitted in the last decade were located within high-resource neighborhoods, and the remaining 80% were located within low-resource and high-poverty neighborhoods. And I want to make sure that balance looks a little better for Los Angeles going forward, while we continue to build more of it all. The numbers need to look higher, and those percentages need to look different. The barriers to building in high-resource neighborhoods are significant. The high cost of land being the most prominent among them. And I think an affordable housing overlay zone, especially as it's been used in other cities, is a tool that can help make sure that affordable housing projects in these neighborhoods are more economically feasible for developers. So if we want to see housing built at scale, if we want to see it built near transit, built near jobs, built near good schools, parks, grocery stores, I think we really have to work towards removing every barrier for this kind of housing. So I'm really excited about this motion, and I hope that you'll all provide your support for it. Thank you.
Thank you. There are other speakers on the queue. Mr. Krikorian.
And thank you, Ms. Rahman, for bringing this. This is really an important step forward, I think, for moving the city where it needs to be in significantly increasing our stock of affordable housing. This is an important step forward. I have a set of questions, if I could, for planning before we move forward, because the one concern I always have when we ask for the city attorney to begin drafting ordinances is to ensure that, in fact, those ordinances reflect policy that this council has made, and that we don't defer policy making to the city attorney who has no business making policy. So I just wanted to make sure, if we can, to confirm in recommendation number 1, which requests the ordinance back, that has 3 subsets of policies that are discussed in recommendation number 1. And I just want to confirm with you that, in fact, these are policies that already exist, either in the housing plan or that have been approved by this council. Is that true?
Yes, sir. Matt Glesney, City Planning Department. Yes, this concept of an affordable housing overlay zone, or providing more incentives, additional streamlining for 100% affordable projects, was a part of the housing element that was recently adopted by this council. It was one of maybe 15 rezoning strategies that had the opportunity to be more fully fleshed out in this report. It was a little higher level conceptual in the housing element. We tried to add some more details. I think there's still a lot of details that come through the policy development process, the outreach process, but we tried to give council some indication of the direction of what this could look like in this report and some of the considerations.
Okay, but just so I can drill down a little bit more carefully, A, B, and C in recommendation number 1 are all consistent with policy that has been adopted by this city council.
That is right. Each of those buckets was mentioned. There's going to be a little more detail. Yeah.
Very good. Well, then the other question I have is, we've done a lot of work, especially around, the P zones and some other things, to try to create additional incentives for construction of affordable housing in those zones. This ordinance for the 100% affordable overlay, will it in any way be inconsistent with other efforts that we may have to provide incentives for affordable housing projects that have less than 100%?
Right. Yeah, this is a complementary effort to a much broader rezoning plan that would incentivize regular mixed income projects. I think this concept says we should do more for projects that have deeper affordability. So they're largely covering a lot of the same ground, but maybe offering a little bit more. Parking zones is one area where there's some overlap that we're considering. Right now, you cannot build housing in parking zones. And I think that's an area where we want to allow all types of housing, but particularly maybe greater incentives for 100% affordable housing in those areas.
Perfect. So planning is currently in the process of trying to develop policy proposals and regulations and so forth that will incentivize beyond the 100% overlay. In addition to that, incentivize additional housing projects that may have 50% or 75% or 30% affordable with different incentives at different levels of affordability. Is that right?
That's right. I think there's our typical mixed income projects, maybe 10 to 20% affordable, that is probably going to have one set of incentives. This tool, we're targeting much deeper, higher levels of affordability. We do say 100% affordable would be the priority. We also do say we'd like to look through a study at whether if we did have a different percentage, 50%, something like that, a greater range of flexibility on rent and income levels, whether that could deliver more projects, more affordable housing net. So we are doing an economic market study to provide more detailed recommendations on what the right amount of affordable housing for this tool is, but we are prioritizing 100% in line with the motion, but are studying other options, so when we come back to this council, we'll have full information to make a good decision.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Corey. Mrs. Martinez.
And this also is a question for the staff. Last year, council members, I'm not sure if everyone recalls, but Mr. Cedillo introduced a motion called the Equitable Distribution of Affordable Housing. This was a motion to ensure that affordable housing is built particularly in neighborhoods, in affluent neighborhoods. And so what I'm concerned with on recommendation 3A is that I'm concerned that it's going to curtail the creation of 100% affordable housing in affluent areas. And I cannot support something like that. So how are you planning to ensure that the ordinance applies to every single part of our city and that we're not carving out certain parts of our city like the hillsides or the most affluent areas so that they don't have to build any affordable housing?
Yes, thank you, Councilmember. The recommendation 3A does talk about tailored regulations, perhaps different treatments, different mitigations in our most environmentally sensitive areas, which could include fire zones. Also talks about historic properties, maybe needing some special considerations. I think that the intent is not necessarily to prohibit. I think we'd look at a range of options, but to just recognize that these areas may be more sensitive, and as we are considering allowing more development intensity through this tool, we want to be mindful of potential impacts. But balancing that absolutely with the priorities of we want this to be equitable and we don't want areas to just not be eligible for a tool because of that. But we want to think deeply. Maybe there are some special things we need to think about in particular areas. And that's really what that's indicating. But I don't think it's thought as a prohibition. We don't say it's a prohibition. We say mitigations.
Yeah, because the areas you just described tend to be affluent areas. I know exactly the areas you're talking about. And so I just want to ensure that it's not a way for them to be excluded from having to build affordable housing in their neighborhoods, because I do not think it's fair.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez. I'll just add something, is that in the 13th District, we already practice this. Currently, 29% of all housing in the 13th is covenant income restricted affordable. In Hollywood, it's even a higher percentage, and it has been for a long, long time. So any way we can enhance a policy which encourages affordable and incentivizes it across the city equitably, I think it's a good thing. Not any one council district or any 1, 2, 3, or 4 council districts should shoulder the entire burden of the production of covenant affordable housing. It should be citywide. That's more fair and equitable, of course. So all these points have been made. I just wanted to just mention what we do in the 13th in practice and have done since my first day in office. And I'm hopeful that what we do in the 13th can inform this policy. So thank you, Mr. Glesney. And with that, I believe we are ready to open the roll on item 22. Oh, Mr. Cedillo, I'm so sorry. I just now saw your name. Mr. Cedillo.
Ms. Martinez, thank you for bringing attention to our desire to create equitable housing throughout the city. Through zoning, we construct a certain apartheid in the city. I'll note that, as Mr. O'Farrell noted, the top 2 districts for creating affordable housing are 1 and 13. We're at 2,423 units of affordable housing. The next one is at 2,151. No one else has permitted above 2,000. The next after that is Mr. De Leon at 1,909. That's apartheid by zoning. On the other hand, 40 units in 12, then a whopping leap to 472 in 5 and 489 in CD4. So for all the rhetoric, for all the discussions, the lift of affordable housing still goes to those poorest districts and their leadership and their communities. And we need to move forward and make this equitable. So to the extent that this motion can do that, this is welcome. If this is the aids that are necessary to do this, then we should do this. And so it's time for us to move forward, make this city equitable, make it democratic, make sure that the resources are available for all the residents of the city and that the affordability is throughout the city. But also, and people who build know this, we need more supply. We've got to build hundreds of thousands of units of housing. That drives the costs up when we don't. And so until we build the supply at all levels, we are still going to be a low-wage, high-cost city. And so we should do so in a way that doesn't impair that development of all the housing, because it's essential that we build the abundance of housing that's necessary, and we structure into that the affordability that's urgent, so that we can have the equity that all Angelenos deserve. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cedillo. Mr. Bonin.
Thank you very much. As someone representing one of the parts of the city that needs to do a hell of a lot more, bring it on. Bring it. Please come back with something that is as strong as possible that makes it mandatory to do it. Affordable housing doesn't get built by itself in the 11th District unless we give city property for it, which, as many of you know, has been quite a battle on the west side, or unless we mandate it into a project that needs some sort of discretionary approval. We need to make it a baseline that if you're going to be building in affluent areas like the 11th District, that there is low-income, affordable housing. And there's a lot of things we can do for that. We can make that part of the community plans that are being updated on the west side. We can approve the Mellow Ordinance, which I've been working on for 8 goddamn years to protect affordable housing in the coastal zone. That is almost coming to council. I'm hoping it'll come before I'm gone. We can approve social housing. There's a motion, hopefully will be soon in Housing Committee, that will get the city to actually build social housing. And even back when we were talking about a linkage fee, I have been saying that we need, at least in my part of town, you may not need it in the rest of the city, but you need it in my part of town, you need inclusionary zoning. I want to see inclusionary zoning in all of the 11th District, so it's absolutely mandated. And I think we got a proposal. Let's get it, committee, let's get it done. I got 108 days. Let's do it. As much affordable housing as we can get done in the 11th District, but it's going to take what you're coming back with, Matt. It's going to take teeth and it's going to take requirement, because it's not going to happen naturally. I am all for it. Let the 11th District do more than its share to make up for the historical inequity that exists.
Thank you. All right. Seeing as no other speakers on the queue, please open the roll on item 22. Mr. Kretz now would like to speak, so let's not open the roll yet.
I would just like to add my voice to that of my colleagues. Mr. Bonin and I have had some of the same difficulties. Unless you can get a city property, it's very difficult for the city to participate in some of our projects. And whatever we can do to incentivize them, Mr. Bonin and I won't be here for most of that, so we would ask for our colleagues that follow and our colleagues that are here now to join in that effort. I thank Ms. Rahman for bringing this up. It is a difficulty in the more affluent areas. We've had lots of projects rejected because of their cost, and the city, if it has to be forced into providing those incentives, it just has to do it. If we want the equity that we all want, this is an important tool and an important step And if we have to make it mandatory, we absolutely should do that. So I'm a big fan of this approach. I thank everyone involved for bringing it forward, and I think this will be important for adequate affordable housing and equitable affordable housing in the years ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Kretz. There are definitely no more speakers on the queue now. Please open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
This motion passes. Mr. Clerk, what else is before us today?
Mr. President, Council has motions for posting and referral.
Posted and referred it is. That brings us to announcements. Colleagues, announcements today. Ms. Rahman?
Okay. Oh, we're doing a presentation. Sorry. Do you want us to do
Yes, we're ready for you. Uh-huh.
Okay, you guys can stand here and forward and stand around here. There we go. And do any of you want to? Oh, perfect. Okay, so you're fabulous. Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
All right, it's all right.
Okay, colleagues, it is my pleasure today to recognize an extraordinary feat accomplished by some of my district's youngest and fastest rising stars. Today, we're joined by the Sherman Oaks Little League's 9 to 11 All-Star team, who valiantly represented Sherman Oaks, District 4, and our city, bringing home a state tournament win this year. And I'm so proud to be here presenting them with certificates honoring their victory, and I'm particularly delighted because I'm also a proud Sherman Oaks Little League mom myself. My son was in the coach pitch division. He was 6 years old. He's going to be playing again this fall. So this moment is doubly special for me. So I'm so proud of all of you and so proud that my own family can be a part of the Sherman Oaks Little League tradition. And it is an incredible Little League. It's run so well by that board. They put their heart and soul into it, and it's just, they've built an incredible community out there, and I hope that all of you guys will come out and see a game at some point. Through several tournaments, facing other local teams from across the city, then across the region, then the state, these young players held their own and emerged victorious, and this makes them #1 out of 450 Little League teams in the 9 to 11 age bracket. That's incredible. So I'm so proud to commend all of the players, some of whom are here with us today, all of the coaches who give so much love and effort, all of the friends, families, and fans on an outstanding season, and showcasing the best of dedication, teamwork, and community support for all of California to see. And now we have two speakers from this group who are going to say a few words. First, we're going to invite Courtney Schoenwald, who is a proud mother of a Sherman Oaks Little League All-Star, a partner in organizing today, and a member of the city family. She works for the Department of City Planning. So Courtney, please join us.
Thank you. Thank you all for having us here today. And Sherman Oaks Little League All-Stars, it was so much effort and a heartbreaking loss last year that got you guys here today. You worked so hard at your practices this summer. You had the emotional maturity to recover from any errors that you had on the field. And let's be honest, you hit the blazes out of that ball. Yes. So your Sherman Oaks Little League, your Sherman Oaks community, and the city of LA We're so proud of you. Good job, you guys.
And now we have Nate, who's going to say a few words on behalf of all of the players.
Good morning. My name is Nathan Englander, and I'm excited to talk to you about the Sherman Oaks Little League 11U State Championship team. We went 12-0, outscoring our opponents 138-27. Our team, all 14 players, put in 4 hours of work every day to accomplish our end goal, to win the state championship. This is truly one of the greatest experiences of my life, practicing and playing baseball with my best friends, creating memories that will last a lifetime. I want to thank the coaches, the parents, and the Sherman Oaks Little League community for their endless support over the past 2 months. Thank you, Councilmember Rahman, for recognizing us, and for the City Council for your support of youth sports like ours.
So I'm just going to introduce the players who are here today. Cooper, and when I say your name, maybe you can wave. Cooper, Elliot, Ethan, Marcus, Matt, and Nathan. Thank you to the players. Some of our parents are here. We met Courtney already. We also have Josh and Whitney Englander here, and Danielle. And do we have the manager here, Alan? Yes? Great, Alan Glazer. And Coach John Frost. This is an incredible team, so give them all a big round of applause. I'm so proud.
Congratulations, and thank you for bringing this team in, Ms. Rahman, this championship team. And colleagues, take a good look at these young players, because in 6 years, baseball will be in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. You just never know. So congratulations, everyone.
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Rahman, for bringing them in. You know, my husband has recently become obsessed with the Little League World Series. And, you know, it's really to recognize the champions at all stages of their baseball careers, I think is really important. But it's, you know, it's the competition and the spirit of teamwork and recognizing how valuable and important each of you are to one another. It's really something that I hope that you will carry on with you throughout the course of your life. I think playing team sports is a really important experience for a number of young people to really help shape how and the framework with which you can help solve some of the greatest world's problems. So I just want to say congratulations to you all. Thank you for your tenacity, for working at your craft, and for representing the very best. Congratulations.
Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, now we have another special presentation by Council President Nuri Martinez.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm going to ask our special guests to please line up behind me. I know there is quite a few of them, so if you just squeeze in. And thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I want to take a moment to recognize that today is Women's Equality Day. Today marks the 102nd anniversary of the adoption of the 19th Amendment to our Constitution, granting women the right to vote for the first time, after they spent decades fighting for suffrage. Over a century later, this year has shown us that we still have a really long way to go to achieve full gender equality in this country. Our country somehow continues to struggle with the idea of bodily autonomy for women, and a few other rights that come to mind as well that women continue to fight for, which is the right to equal pay and paid parental leave. But honestly, none of these issues that come to mind would have been possible if the women were not granted the right to vote in this country. And thanks to this historic amendment today, women can do much more than vote. Women can lead businesses, they can write policy, they can manage agencies and run for office. And right now, for the first time in our nation's history, a woman currently holds the second highest office in our country. And after decades of working to improve our worth, women have shown they are equal to men. And when we give them an opportunity to lead, they rise to the occasion every single time. So today I want to highlight the incredibly talented and hardworking group of women who are undoubtedly going to be the next generation of executives and general managers in our city. If you recall, members, back in 2021, this body commissioned a report on how COVID-19 pandemic was affecting women working here for the city of Los Angeles. We also instructed the personnel department to do a citywide survey evaluating the impact of COVID on women in our city's workforce. The report we received highlighted the need to provide better training and support, and more women could advance into the management positions across our departments. And we heard them loud and clear, and we developed and created together the Women's Management Academy. 40 women from each department were nominated to join an 8-week program strategically designed to increase their knowledge of our city's budget, processes, contracting procedures, and negotiations, as well as program development, program management, and other skills. And I'd like to ask all these women, raise your hand, you guys all participated in our academy. These 40 women were handpicked by their general manager to take part of our inaugural Women's Management Academy. So ladies, congratulations on being part of the very first class of the Women's Management Academy. I'd like to ask them to please come up to the podium, introduce themselves to all of you. Members and the public that's here, and anyone who's watching us on television, remember these faces and their names, because these women are going to make history here in the city of Los Angeles. These women are the city's future leaders and executives and general managers that are going to lead our departments and generations to come. I want all of them to come up to the microphone. I want you to give your name, the department you work for, and the current position you hold. So let's start with that. First one. You're the first one. I just nominated you as the first woman.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Nicole Bryant. I am the Chief Operating Officer of the Civil, Human Rights, and Equity Department. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Claire Stugyang now. I'm an administrative analyst in one of the great offices in the city, the Office of City Administrative Officer. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Diana Matamoros. I'm a project coordinator for the Department of Recreation and Parks. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kaylin Pell, and I'm the Central District Transportation Engineer at LADOT.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Karina Casillas. I'm a management analyst with the Office of Community Beautification and Board of Public Works.
Hi, my name is Sharon Sun. I'm legislative analyst for the Office of Chief Legislative Analyst. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Nikki Genovese. I'm the Acting Director of the Performing Arts Division for the Department of Cultural Affairs.
Good morning. My name is Nancy Rimmel, a management analyst at the Department of Housing, Bond and Triple H Unit.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rosa Imelda Contreras. I'm with the LA City Attorney's Office, and I'm an administrative coordinator.
Good morning. My name is Jennifer Corona. I'm a management analyst with Los Angeles City Fire Department.
Good morning. My name is Monica Chow, and I'm a management analyst for the Personnel Department.
Good morning, council members and everyone in attendance. Happy Women's Equality Day. My name is Renee McDade. I am the Senior Election Administrator for Neighborhood Council Elections in the Office of the City Clerk.
Good morning, council members. My name is Tanisha Hare, and I'm a contract administrator for the Harbor Department / Port of Los Angeles.
Good morning. I'm Ariel Granger, a management analyst with Los Angeles Public Library.
Good morning. My name is Tiffany Obembe. I am a senior benefits analyst with Los Angeles City Employees Retirement System, also known as LACERS. So thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tammy Tong, and I am privileged to work for the Community Investment for Families Department.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maggie McNally. I'm a contract administrator with the Information Technology Agency.
Good morning. My name is Kim Nakashima. I'm the Director of Policy and Research for the City Tourism Department.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Monique Jones. I am a management analyst, and I am proud to say I work with the Los Angeles Police Department.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bindu Cannon, Senior Management Analyst with the newly created Youth Development Department.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jess Coring. I use she, her, hers. I'm the Director of Equity Programs for the Quirky Cousin Department, known as the Zoo.
Good morning. My name is Diana Galaviz. I'm an internal auditor for the Controller's Office.
That's it? What about these wonderful women? You want to introduce yourselves? Come on. You've been so supportive of our Management Academy.
Sure. Well, hello, everyone, and thank you, ma'am, for the opportunity. I'm really inspired. So my name is Kristen Crowley, Fire Chief of Los Angeles City Fire Department. All the women behind me, thank you for stepping up and taking advantage of this incredible opportunity. That's what it's all about, is setting ourselves up and one another, both women and men, for success, so we have an increased ability to positively impact the people around us in the city and the community that we serve. So thank you for the opportunity, and good luck, everybody. We're here to support you.
Thank you, Chief.
Good morning. I'm Dana Brown, and I'm the General Manager of the Personnel Department. I am so proud of these ladies. I got to tell you that in all of the weeks that we've been together, I told them that I wish I had something like this on my way up. Maybe it would not have taken me so long to get where I got, but I'm so glad that they committed themselves, and they have committed themselves to also pass this information along to those who come behind them, which is what it's all about. So really excited about this and proud of these ladies. Thank you.
Well, thank you once again, members, and again, thank you, ladies, for once again being the very first class of our Management Academy. I want you to know that you need to keep breaking ceilings, glass ceilings, I should say, and you need to make sure, ceilings are fine, but glass ceilings are better, and keep fighting for a better, more just world, and always, always keep the doors open, wide open, so that other women can follow your footsteps. Again, members, please give these wonderful women a round of applause for their 8-week course and commitment to our city. And again, everyone, happy Women's Equality Day to all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez, and thank you, ladies. I know that my late mother would have been so very proud to have witnessed this as well, so congratulations. We have so much to learn from all of you.
Thank you. We'll see each other.
And with that, colleagues, are there any other announcements today? Any other announcements? Please all rise for adjourning motions. Adjourning motions today. Do we have any adjourning motions on my left? It looks as though we do. We'll begin adjourning motions today with Mr. Koretz.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's with a heavy heart that I ask that we adjourn in memory of Barbara Blinderman, a longtime resident of Benedict Canyon, where she was a beloved and active member of the Benedict Canyon HOA and served for a time as its president. It's my honor and privilege to know Barbara, as she was an early advocate in protecting our hillsides and trails, before anyone had ever heard the word wildlife corridors. Since her passing only a few days ago, my staff has heard from her neighbors, friends, former colleagues, and elected officials, sharing a wide variety of loving stories about Barbara, from her important work to her signature pink and pastel nylon tracksuits. Mostly everyone has shared admiration of her strength, her intelligence, her confidence, her strong opinions, and sage advice on matters. Barbara's early working life included writing advertising copy for the Gimbel's department store. And one great early example of her generous heart was described by her son that one Christmas, live reindeer were sent for an indoor display at Gimbel's. When Barbara found their owner in tears there, since no one had arranged to feed the baby reindeer, and they needed bottles every 12 hours. So Barbara took it upon herself to show up every morning and evening for the next 2 weeks to bottle feed them. The reindeer grew to know her and were very excited whenever she arrived. Barbara and her husband Elliot were married for 42 years that she always described as being one of the great marriages of the 20th century. They initially moved to Buffalo, New York for his medical internship, and then to LA so he could be a resident at UCLA. And ever in pursuit of knowledge, Barbara took the opportunity to take classes at that time, earning her master's of public administration from UCLA. When Elliot went on with his career, Barbara raised their 3 children, eventually buying a home in Benedict Canyon, where she became active in the local HOA, eventually becoming its president. She also started a community newspaper so she could advocate more effectively, and she remained a community activist for the remainder of her life, leading up to her taking night classes in law at West LA School of Law, passing the bar and starting a law practice, focusing on protecting communities from a government system that she felt favored big developers over individual homeowners. Also in seeing how some city councils would secretly conduct business behind closed doors, her practice also developed to include a specialty in open government. Barbara also helped Suki Goldman in the founding of the William O. Douglas Outdoor Classroom, where Tree People is also located. If you get the chance to go there, take a walk on the Barbara Blinderman Trail, which is a wonderful tribute to her. She was also a founder of Mulholland Tomorrow, an advocacy group focusing on ensuring that the Mulholland Corridor was protected from overdevelopment, which was significantly successful. After her husband passed away in an automobile accident, she continued to work part-time, but eventually closed her practice to focus on writing. She took up running at age 68 and completed 2 full marathons. And 3 years ago, she moved to Santa Barbara, where she was becoming an active member of the community. She was involved in Carpinteria Seal Watch, literally watching over baby harbor seals and protecting them from harassment that could cause a mother seal to abandon their pups. She was also active in delivering for Meals on Wheels, and also was active in an ancient instrument orchestra there playing the recorder. As a final description of who she was, you should all know that after she was brought to the hospital and made aware that her situation was serious, she made a point to call all her family members and tell them, "Don't be sad, it's all right, I had a wonderful life," which she did. May she rest in peace.
Mr. Blumenfield.
Thank you. I just wanted to add on to that and be included in that one, Mr. Koretz. I didn't know, very sad to hear about her passing. Haven't talked to her in years, but 25 years ago, I worked very closely with her on the creation of the William O. Douglas Outdoor Classroom with Suki Goldman, and I was working for Congressman Berman at the time and trying to figure out how we can create that open space. And that would not exist except for her tenacity. So it really saddens me to see her pass, but I wanted to add on because I have such fond memories of working with her to create the federal legislation that created this very unique situation where the federal government was able to step in and help not only preserve that portion of Franklin Canyon, which I won't get into all the details on it, but she was an amazing person, and may she rest in peace.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Koretz. Mr. Blumenfield. Any other motions on my left? I see none. On my right, Mr. Lee.
Colleagues, today I rise to adjourn in the memory of Captain Warren S. Weinstein, who sadly had passed away a week ago on August 19th. I had the pleasure of meeting Captain Warren through his involvement with the incredible organization known as Wings Over Wendy's, which brings together veterans every week and creates a sense of community that honors the service of these incredible men and women who have proudly served our country. Captain Warren was indeed one of those incredible servicemen. He spent 11 years in the Air Force, both active and in reserve service, and over those years proved his skills as a highly skilled and capable pilot. Throughout his service, Captain Warren flew 11 different aircrafts, including the B-17, the B-29, the C-46, and many others. From 1950 to 1953, Warren served as part of an air rescue squadron where his bravery and skills resulted in 5 lives being saved over the course of 2 missions. Captain Warren logged 25,000 hours as a pilot in his tenure with the Air Force and even flew during the Korean War before eventually separating from the Air Force to accept a job as a pilot with American Airlines, landing him in Los Angeles. Captain Warren would then go on to fly for the organization for 32 years, serving as the chairman of the Pilots Union, Allied Pilots Association, and he was always the leading voice and advocate for pilots and served as the liaison for the pilots to the company's executives. In 1988, Captain Warren flew his last leg on a flight filled with his coworkers, friends, and family. Warren Weinstein's life was completely immersed in selflessness, going even beyond his military and professional career to continue helping out people with his talents. Captain Weinstein flew as a civilian volunteer in a rescue unit for the Palm Springs Police Department for 21 years and started a program called Safe Rides to combat drunk driving and give students a safe ride home. He then later passed on to another parent who shared in that mission after his children had already graduated from school. Most recently, he was awarded the recipient of the Wright Brothers Master Pilot Award. And Captain Warren Weinstein was an incredible person and someone that, at least for me, will never be forgotten. He was an active member of Wings Over Wendy's, Quiet Birdmen, and the Military Officers Association of America. Captain Weinstein was a widower to his lovely wife, Diane, to whom he was married for 50 years. He is survived by his daughter, Elisa, son-in-law, Todd, and his 8-year-old granddaughter, Samantha. May he rest in peace.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Any other adjourning motions? Seeing as there are none, this meeting is adjourned. Have wonderful, safe, productive weekends all. Thank you.